Hi, it's Sarah SMUTNY, your host of the Simply Balanced podcast. I'm super happy that you're listening in today. And here in this podcast, we are going to go deep on gut health, anti-inflammatory living, spirituality, self-care, and so much more.
Hi, Rachel. I'm super happy to talk to you again.
Yes.
All this time, and I asked you to share a little bit with me how it was, how the coaching with me went for you, how you progressed through that, how's your life looking now, and I'm super happy to hear all your news.
Yeah.
So let's start. I have prepared a few questions. Basically, it's only 3. So, how was your life looking before we met and before we worked together?
Oh my gosh. To be honest, I was in severe depression. And I'm gonna cry thinking about this. It was really, really bad. I struggled a lot. I didn't have a good outlook on anything. I couldn't see the good in me. I couldn't see the good in others. I felt just waking up in the morning, it was oh my gosh, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And everything was just awful. I wasn't eating well. I wasn't working out. Some things it was because I had foot and ankle and back issues and things, but you could do so many other changes aside from that to be healthy, but I just couldn't see a way through.
That's it. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And I felt like there's no other way to live this life.
Yeah. It's really emotional to speak about it.
It's very sad to think that was what life was like.
Yeah, but it's good that you found me in time. That didn't still wait so much. Many years longer. To do
I literally saw your message. I think you posted in the Facebook group, and I thought, here's a woman who's offering to help, and I thought, let me just see what this is. And it was different to everything else I've tried in the past, where Weight Watchers kind of like in my mindset of like, because I knew that weight and eating healthy were challenges for me. I knew that was at the root of some of this, but it was clear that we were going to be able to address so many other things that were the influencers on my life that were really making it how it was just going to I knew it would be challenging at times to figure out how to do this. I remember the discussions with you, and you're saying, tell me about your family and friends and life and how you eat, and the guidance, to throw out the bad stuff in my pantry in my kitchen. And I thought, are you kidding me? I just bought or to take the time for myself. It was it all just came at the right time.
Yeah. And what was the point why you, after speaking with me, you decided to go for exactly what I offered?
Do you know,
why not another one of our nutrition program or anything?
Do you know what? I think it was the fact that you're very genuine in your approach. You actually spoke to me and we talked through everything. Nothing was kind of left unsaid, and it was that I had to be very, very truthful and vulnerable and honest in that. And I think there was a piece of me that thought, I don't know Sarah. Sarah doesn't know my friends or family. It's safe. I can tell her. There was that piece of me that I thought, yeah, let me share all of this. And Sarah doesn't seem to judge me. We're just going to talk about it. And there were things that you could relate on, and that you were able to share your guidance or offer solutions that I had not thought of. And I think that was the biggest thing. And it's crazy to me that, you know, I've tried this for, you know, I don't want to say over 40 years, but, you know, 40 years of my life of things that we kind of had to work through. And to think that, you know, I thought I had tried it all. Man, how do I manage this? And I think, honestly, some things I overthought, and you made it just very, you made it very simple. and a lot of it, you challenged my thinking of why do you feel, why do you think, and what's the actual reality of that, but also the balance of everything, and how I was not putting myself first, not considering that at all. It was, I'm very much a people pleaser, and I still have to work through that, and that I want people to accept me. I was worried so much about others, and not at all about myself. And it's so funny that, you know, I knew that my life was not going right, in the right direction on things. But yet, and I reached out to you obviously for help about me, but I still worried about others. It's so funny. It's this weird mix of I knew I needed help, but I was still worried about how I was going to be able to make these changes or do it all, because I was worried about them. And then I was like, wait,
but no, you're not the only one.
Battle.
There's a lot of especially women having this, and I was also one of them in the past. So,
and I don't think I had really opened up and talked about this with any of my friends in this way. So I didn't know that some of the way, you know, I was thinking or feeling things in my life that have happened, I didn't know that others had experienced that as well, that's normal, or hey, this is how I handled that. I just kept everything so in.
And you dramatized it in your mind.
Yes, and then I circled around in my brain, and it just became worse and worse.
Yeah. And how does your life look now? Like after, here we go. Been a while, you know, since we we stopped our, let's say,
it's been almost a
together.
year. Yeah, it's been almost a year, just under a year, maybe. I don't know. And no, it's crazy. There are times that I still probably slip into some mindset of, okay, what can I do for others? But then I can now much more easily see that, whoa, I need time for me. What am I going to do to make this okay? And there are times that I have a few days where I realize I'm not eating as well as I should, because I'm so busy. I didn't plan. I didn't think about it. I'm not putting myself first. And now, rather than getting months out of control, years out of control, I can snap back into it much more easily. And I did struggle over the summer because I was in the US helping my mom move, and it was very traumatic for her. Not something she wanted to do. And it was clear she was placing a lot of of blame on me and for not being there. So that she could stay where she was at ultimately. And I wasn't able to work out like I had been because I had some pretty bad knee pain. So I ultimately had to stop what I was doing for a couple of months. And then I was dealing with her and working remotely. It was not easy. And I had to fight for eating what I normally do. Going back to the US, it was looking at my mom's pantry and
Yeah.
processed foods and my sister's pantry, and me trying to fight for vegetables and fruits and the smoothies. It was, why are you having a smoothie for dinner? And it was like, well, because I don't feel like eating a lot, and this is what I want. Or there are times that's sounded good. So I got judged quite a bit going back, but at the same time, I'm lucky because my sister was able to help support me while I was there in that. Otherwise, I have continued to lose a little bit more weight, which is nice. I'm still not where I want to be.
Yeah, but you already lost like more than 17 kilo.
Yeah, now I'm at 25.
Yeah, so
25
that's
kilos.
amazing.
Well,
already.
Imagine like how big. I mean, I was I got out of control. And there's still more to go, which is it's becoming more and more difficult the closer you get, obviously, and now it's that I am working toward a half marathon, a semi-marathon next month, which is crazy. I remember just over a year ago, you were, recommending to run, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? No, I'm not going to run. I can't run." And
you're doing a half marathon.
yeah.
You see, one on step out of some comfort zone here, but
Yes.
mini baby steps.
Yeah, it is. And I constantly think about that conversation all the time where you're like, why couldn't you run? You can run. Are you kidding me? And I think that was another thing, Sarah, is I think you helped me think about things in a way of, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Whereas
amazing.
I needed somebody to say like, yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, that's what we need. We need sometimes somebody give us a kind of a kind push in the, how do you say it, in the butts.
Yes.
But not like in a very hard way, but saying
no, it was just very, very encouraging. And it was a, why couldn't you?
Yeah.
But because I just kept listening to these voices and for me saying, no, you can't. And even now I choose to not share some things. I know it's just easier not share some things with people like my mom, because if I tell her, I'm going to do a half marathon, it's why and no, and it's an immediate like, don't do that. You're just, injury, blah blah blah, and it's becomes all the negative. I'm like, I don't want that in my life.
Yeah,
don't.
You kind of blend more and more out the negative. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that was another thing I learned is I needed to make and bring in more positivity. Everything was just so negative that realizing the different pieces that were negative I needed to block out. So yeah, life is challenging, and balancing between a new job and doing a new function at work that I'm doing, and living in Paris, a new city where I'm still figuring it out and meeting people, and still learning French. It's all been still a lot to process, and I think the best thing for me through this has been making sure that I do take care of myself so I can do that.
Do this, yeah.
Yeah. because otherwise, it just made me feel like, oh, I can't. But when you see all the things that you can do, when you take care of yourself, it's good.
Then it's kind of a catalyst to give you
It,
even more
yeah,
energy for the other things, for the
yeah,
half
it is.
marathon or whatever.
It is. It's really powerful, and it's amazing what it's done for me. That's where I think I didn't realize it at the time that all of the things that we would tackle and how much it would impact my life. It wasn't just about the eating and the nutrition, and I think what I appreciate so much more is that you helped me get through all of it.
Yeah, very holistic.
Yeah. You did take a very holistic approach, and not in a way that some psychologist would do it, sitting on their couch or something. And it's coming from a very genuine place, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Oh, thanks so much. This was the most beautiful testimonial.
Oh,
Really.
I it's hard to imagine what life would be like had I not reached out to you.
When I hear like what you just said, it really encourages me to go on, with my work. Because
I hope you do. I hope you do, because I know that I'm not the only one struggling, like this, and there are other struggles out there that people have. And I think it's just people realizing maybe these small changes, that can build up and have such a huge impact. And
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like a ripple effect at the end. Like
it is.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
I will admit, the first time no worries. No, the first time the final thing I'll say, the first time I met you, I thought, oh, and I remember I was like, I can't do vegan thing. I can't do this. And I don't, and you're like, no, that's not what this is about. So I still laugh about that.
Because you thought that now you have to eat
more. Yeah. Funnily enough, I'm moving more and more, certainly vegetarian, and it feels so much better.
But at your own pace, that's the thing,
It is.
Yeah, because not everybody is directly ready, to go from or jump in the cold water, and it also doesn't have to, because every body is different.
Yeah. And you're right. I do remember you said, okay, this week I want you to weed out gluten, just this one thing. And then when we check in next week, see how you did with that, and then we'll do the next. And I remember that now is that you tackled it little piece by little piece, and that didn't feel as overwhelming, which was nice.
Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing. Anyway, like opening up so much. Also, with the people who will listen to this, because it's so encouraging to hear. I think there's many women who can relate with you when they listen to that.
Yeah, I truly encourage anyone to reach out to you and to just have an introductory session and to speak with you. I'm happy to speak to anyone and answer any questions, about anything of what we worked on. But like I said, it's not easy to reach that point and say help. It's difficult, but so rewarding once you finally do it. So
that's the thing. Because at least you get the guidance. That's it. Instead of overthinking everything and reading all kind of articles online, and then all contradicting, and at the end, you are even more confused than before.
That's exactly it.
Okay, so thanks so much. We anyway stay in touch.
Yes, of
And,
course. Yeah, I honestly still feel like if we hadn't gone through this, granted, I wouldn't have been in the right mindset, but now if we were in the same city, I would be saying, Sarah, let's go for lunch.
yeah, I remember we were saying that.
Yes. So thank you very, very
We
much.
would still do that when I come to Paris.
I would love that. I would love that.
So have a great day and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Rich.